Hello friends and enemies, come with me on day 2 of my trip to Portugal. After getting breakfast at the hostel, I tried signing up for their Sintra tour, but I realized it was sold out. So this is your sign to sign up for hostel excursions as soon as you check in. But I was like, you know what, it's a beautiful day out, let's walk around and go to this perfume shop that I had saved. Now I'm a very big tour and excursion girly, but I kind of just enjoyed wandering around and getting lost and discovering little things. I headed over to Next Stop Atelier, which is a fragrance shop known for its customizable solid perfumes. However, when I went to the store, they ran out of the solid component of the perfumes, but they also had customizable pouches for their travel size perfumes, so I ended up getting a travel size version of their Pastel de Nata perfume. Speaking of Pastel de Nata, I decided to walk over to this random pastry shop that I found, and I know Lisbon is full of hills and stairs, but y'all, why did I forget that in this exact moment? Luckily, my foot was feeling much better. If you know, you know. If you don't, go check out my Switzerland vlog. But I think it was worth it because the view was really nice. Also, I may or may not have passed by Olivia Rodrigo. After a little bit more climbing and some tiled walls, I ended up at this place called Patriarcal. It's a really simple cafe, but I thought the inside was so cute. I stopped there for lunch and I got this like ham and cheese pastry, a compal, and pastel de nata. The vibes kind of reminded me of Asian bakeries back in New York, where they sell pretty good food that's also cheap and filling. After lunch, I decided to head back to the hostel, but of course, do a little bit of wandering on the way there. I stopped by this one Miradoro, aka one of the viewpoints in Lisbon, and looking over the city, I thought, you know, I like this place a lot better than the last time I was here. On the way back to home Lisbon hostel, I stopped by Livraria Bertrand, which holds the Guinness World Record for oldest bookstore still in operation. So I went inside and I saw they had a huge wall of Little Prince books, and since that's my Ate's favorite book, I decided to get her a copy in Portuguese. After that, I passed by a Flying Tiger store and I went inside because we don't have those anymore in the US, and then took a quick little nap in my hostel dorm because I was feeling real tired. But once I was all rested up, I got some gelato and walked over to Arco de Rua Augusta because I felt like I need to get at least one picture of it during the daytime. After hanging out at the pier for a little bit, I decided to wander around some vintage stores where I bought some earrings, and then I went back to the hostel to change because I was about to go to Mama's dinner followed by a bar crawl. I'll have a whole other video just talking about Mama's dinner at home Lisbon hostel, but it's a big family-style dinner cooked by the hostel owner's own mother. Not gonna lie, Mama's dinner was probably the main reason why I booked my stay at home Lisbon hostel. After dinner, we all sang happy birthday for one of the mothers of the guests at the hostel. This was at Mama's request instead of getting a toast from one of the guests who was leaving the next day. And then we headed off on our bar crawl, which ended up being our hostel and like a few other ones too. Not gonna lie, it was kind of a wild night and I mostly spent it just drinking and talking with the other people on the bar crawl. So I don't have much footage of it, but just know I had such a great time that I didn't end up in bed until like 5 a.m. Like and follow for day 3.